All right, so Friday, it's coming up quick. We've got some testing to do. Actually, this video is coming out Friday, so this is preparation for Friday, test and tune. We're gonna be bringing the CRX out to Pueblo to try and make some hits. I got some things to go over on the car and to figure out, and I think we're gonna add CO2 as well, so stay tuned and check that stuff out. Well, we got a sweet CO2 kit from Motion Raceworks for the CRX, so we just need to get the solenoid and kind of reallocate a few plugs and pins on the fuel tech. They need to be side by side, so I already ran 2 yellows side by side. One of them currently my starter, but we'll move that around. I got a couple other yellows that are just sitting there, so swap those around. I know I don't have a VTEC yellow anymore and some things, so jump things around, move stuff to other stuff, and then starter's easy. It's just a spade. That's quick. So we'll move that stuff over, put a plug on those 2 yellows, cut them shorter because they're really long right now, because I wasn't sure where I was going to put the solenoid, and I just left them. I was like, it'll work, and it's been working for the starter, so I know it works. So we're gonna wire that up, we'll get that set up, and yeah, we'll have CO2 boost control, which is gonna be huge on the CRX. That's gonna be awesome. Super stoked for all that, and we're gonna keep rocking. All right, guys, so the CRX really wasn't built for CO2. Don't really have anywhere to put it, so we're gonna try and jam it in here where everything else is. But I definitely need to go through and just fix all of this, change it up. When I was doing this forever ago, it was before we did the increase, decrease, the CO2, all that. So it was just 4 ports, and I was originally I was wiring it and building it way before we even were fuel tech. And so the plans have evolved and changed, and now I need to I know what I need to look for and what I need to plan for, and the way things need to be. And I do plan on just keeping this thing right where it's at almost, and going like full race week almost. Bigger radiator, bigger fuel cell, but I need to clean up a lot of this stuff, fix the venting situation, get the CO2 set up real nice, because right here kind of is a bad spot for the passenger. I'd like it ultimately like right in the middle here. I don't have a bar or anything mounted on, so to figure that out, or I don't know, just try things and check things out. If I had a bar, it's just because I want it, just because I want the CO2 there so I can turn it on and off whenever I need as the driver. That's something that I think about, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep figuring this out and seeing what things look like, and feeling it out. Well, guys, so I figured something out. I figured out why it's had so much blow by, pushing seals, pushing out the valve cover. It's not breathing. I don't know if you can see in there, this hose right here is kinked and pinched by the roll cage tube and that fitting. Let's get in here. Right there, you see that? Boom. That's the view. It's pinched right there. Not breathing. It's kinked. Not letting it flow. Who would have thought? Should have gone through this pocket right here. Pocket perfectly for it. I'm over here in all the junk. Wrestling with all the junk. Oh, that'll definitely solve some things. It'll help. It's not going to solve all the problems. The motor is going to breathe. It's got 2, boosts going through it and pressure and all that stuff. But at least it'll breathe better and not be so backed up. Gosh, these wires piss me off. I want to do a flying lead and just rewire the whole car, but I'd like to get a 600, and I know a 550 can do everything, but I want to do so much more, because I got 3 sensors I can add. 3 sensors, that's it. I can have 3 sensors. So that means with the coolant pressure, because I've already wired in the bay, I've already wired coolant pressure, dome pressure, and back pressure, but I don't have dome pressure and back pressure yet. I only have coolant pressure, but I have them all wired. Oh, come on, girl. Sometimes she needs a jiggle in the middle. So we got coolant pressure wired. Coming off of that, goes back. We follow back, it goes to these 3, see, three wire, whatever. I wired 3 pressure sensors, so have all those done easy. 3 pressure sensors. I think all my signals are, maybe I don't have signals wired yet. Your 12 volt. So you're going somewhere else. So boost controller. So that's my power to my boost controller right now. I got 3 12 volts. It looks like I have the, so it looks like I have the, looks like I have the coolant pressure out here, and then I must have 2 speed sensors, front and rear wheel speed in there. I'm not sure what else. Let me look at the other. I had 4 sensors. Let's check this out. So I know I have, let's check it out. So we had 12 volt and ground, and those are going to speed sensors. So we have 2 speed sensors. Okay, so we only have 2 wired out here. We have the 2 speed sensors, and we have 3 wires left. Okay, and then this is another input here. So we have 4 inputs left. And I didn't run the inputs to those 2 sensors, so I'll have, so I'll have to do those 2 for dome pressure and back pressure. I think outputs is really what I want more of. There's oil in there. That's probably terrible for it. Gosh, I need to figure out all this too, because something with all this is probably why the car randomly turns on and off. I bet. I don't know. I gotta figure it all out. All right, so I reworked it. It's actually even better back here now. So now it goes into the fuel containment area where the mechanical fuel pump used to be, instead of just dumping out right above the diff. It does dump out right above the diff, but back there, not up here. Yeah, because I got that giant hole there. Got a little too far forward. Never filled it, whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah, so now this is here. I undid that. I gotta reconnect them back here. I'm gonna zoom out real quick on you guys. There we go. So, see the 2, we need to connect those. A little 45 action kind of thing. Yeah, that's like a 120 actually. Is it? I don't know. I don't even know angles. Yeah, I don't know. But, so I need to get that done. Oh, there's oil over everything. I need to clean all of this off. Figure out what I can do to make it look better, I guess. I don't know. Just rewire it. It's the only thing I can do to make it look better. There's just too much wires, too many. They're all too long. They're not ran properly. Not loomed together and individually. The whole 9. It's all pain. It's all a pain. Oh man, yeah. So I gotta connect that, finish up plumbing the CO2 and everything, and then once the high-low increase, decrease boost controller gets here, we'll get that going in and done as well. So in between working on the CRX, I need to get a few things from Ace and whatnot. Putting big certs, well, not big certs, but putting time certs in this D series so we can run the big studs. These are the SRT4 neon studs, and in comparison to a little D series stud, definitely way better. So they aren't exactly the same, but it's just enough. Everything works. There's no problems. We run like usually when I do them, I put like a H series washer on it because the neon washer is too big to go into the D series head. So I'll use like an H series washer because the H series washer is already bigger in center diameter and still kind of the same outside diameter as the B and D series studs or washers, because the B and D series are like the same, just with a different hole, and then the H same, just a bigger hole. So doing that, I already got this whole front side done. I need to flip everything around and do the other side now, but we got skirts along the whole front here to get him set up. This is for our buddy Brian's wagon. You guys saw him out at Flying H ripping. We've been cooking all over on everything. All right, so I actually don't have to mess with my starter. Well, starter's one of these really long ones that doesn't need to be long. But these two are the ones I wired for the increase decrease boost controller. And then I got this nice looming. I just loomed it all up. So I can go ahead and pull over here. I've got, there's 2 wires. These 2. I can go ahead and pull these 2 out and get rid of the 4-port. I need to go ahead. I think I'm gonna have to pull my bumper off. I could probably work from underneath, but it's just gonna be too annoying. So I need to get in there and do that. Inside the car, our slash out here, I've already made 2 whips, one going here. So this is my little thing I showed you with the 5 volt and the sensor ground. So I connected to those, and I have all 3 going now. So over here we'll have back pressure, and then over here we'll have dome pressure, and then we'll have increase decrease. So increase decrease and dome pressure will be together somewhere. I'll actually run this on this side of the pipe, so I know that I'm gonna keep them together. So boom, increase decrease together in the car. Gorilla Car Care, check that out. Those guys rock. They keep us looking good, keep us clean. We got the CO2 bottle. We're still working on relocating. I haven't made it to ACE yet to get the 90 to connect to this hose, or the 45, whatever I'm gonna do, but still working on all this. I got on here though, right here, see that? 2 white wires. I got the new sensors connected. So I still have 2 more white wires, 2 more sensors I can do. Maybe we'll do clutch pressure as well as Mario's, and then something else, I'm not sure yet, or maybe we'll do front and rear shocks or something, I don't know. We'll get there when we get there, but for now, this rocks, and we'll keep on rocking. So yeah, I've also noticed I got a few more inputs and outputs that, or not inputs, outputs that I've wired, but I'm not using, and I just got one back. So since boost control's coming off over there, and it's gonna be going onto these 2, I get that one back, and then I have down here, this is my old starter. I don't know what something happened to the relay or something. I need to figure that out, but that's one that's available, and there's one on here. So that's 3 available outputs that are wired that aren't in the output plug that I have available on top of those that I have wired. So we will be able to do other different cool things as well. Maybe a rear fan or added, you know, I think the other one of these went to the rear radiator fan and water pump. Maybe that's what these originally were. And then I reallocated the one to the starter when I had a bug with that one. And that's probably why these are so long too, because the rear fan and water pump were back there. So that makes way more sense. But yeah, so we'll probably end up putting those things back on for the next drag and drive we attempt to do with the CRX when we get there. But we got a couple things we need to add before that, bigger gas tank and radiator and stuff, and just make it all to where it's not gonna have a problem and not even care. It'll just kick butt. That's the goal. So we're coming right along on this bad girl. I need to finish up the breather stuff and then finish up this wiring. My boost solenoid, Jamie said, should be here today at some point. That's what tracking showed. I only have one on top here. It's the precision gate only has 1 top, 2 bottoms. So I'll have to tee out of this. Oh, well, the 2-step did that. That's a good thing we're changing the boost controller, because we wouldn't have had none. That's good to know. With the 4-port, with the top of the gate gone, it would have just made gate, and wouldn't have made as much jam as it should. Now we'll get that fixed up and taken care of, and everything will be right. It's crazy how the top one melted when the bottom's actually way closer. Like the top was above and everything. Like trying to get it out of the way so you can see. See how the bottom is literally right next to the manifold, and the top is like coming up towards the top, and so it was slightly further away, but it maybe, I don't know, maybe because it's longer, it looks like it actually, yeah, it touched. There's a black spot right there. So because it's a little longer, it pushed down, even though it's in front and like out of the way, it pushed down and touched it. And we were making all the jam. Well, we were making no jam. There we go. I don't know why I put it back in there. Okay, so we'll fix that up. We'll change those things. Hopefully it stops blowing by so much now that it's actually going to be breathing instead of just pressurized the engine, because I had it. These lines, they were going into the box, and then they were the vent was kinked and capped. So now I got that fixed. I need to finish that, but I got that fixed. Yeah, Everything's just coming along great. I like it. Chachi has been killing it over here. Secrets don't make friends. All right, that's gonna work way better. It comes down in front of the turbo, down below just like that one did. And then it's gonna be up in front, just completely out of the heat zone, comes around over by the boost pipe over here. Just perfect, completely out of the heat, you know what I mean? Completely. And then just keep it down low until it comes up into the solenoid. Boop. Solenoid might be right here somewhere. And you know, sensor, wires, everything's all right there. So I need to chop this, maybe a little long. Probably like far enough to go a little bit to the engine mount area. Chop a little long so that I have some extra. Where are my nice cutters? Over here. Doing a little D series still. The drill is just, drills are a pain. It doesn't have the, it's got a 3-bit chuck and it's square head, so it's hard to get it. You know, it takes me 20 minutes just to get it not to wobble. Just kidding, it doesn't take that long, but it's annoying. Okay, so to there. All right. So this one then can come down here, and we'll get in here. Not everyone can do what I do. Oh, come on, girl. Push locks are annoying sometimes. Gotta give it a push and then a push. You give it a pull sometimes. Sometimes they're like jammed up. There you go. I think I got it. I felt myself be able to push them. No, what a pain. All right, I actually paused the video, but I got it unhooked. Now to hook the new good one, I need to. The one that I was using there ran out, but there's probably another one, yeah. I know I have a wide one somewhere. That's the extra wide good stuff. All right, so now we gotta get this up top there. So this one requires a little bit more snacking. So we got our arm in there deep now. We're gonna, oh man, so we'll probably, I'm just trying to watch my, no, I'm trying to watch my hand.
There,
These lines here.
There's solenoid,
Awesome.
sensor,
Nice.
and I got you a plug and pin.
Yeah.
Remember, these ones are pulled aside.
Yeah, I got tons of plugs. It's already wired.
Okay.
It's already, I already did it.
Shoot, dang.
Yeah.
You're ahead of the game.
Yeah. He is good.
So you just got a wire.
Yeah, that's the solenoid.
You got what? 2 grounds and 2 powers?
No, I don't have the grounds. It's just 2 yellows.
What are these ones?
That's my starter and fan.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So we'll just, were your powers from the ECU, yellows?
Yellows, 2 yellows.
And then just ground the other ones out here?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just ground them down. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And
Do you remember what springs in the car?
It's, I don't know, it's a lot.
We made like
20 ton.
18 or no, because we made 20 pounds with duty on it. I think it was like 12 or something.
Okay. Yeah.
That looks a little melted.
Yeah, 2-stepping was a little long time. But it was the top, so it went to making nothing. Poor port life.
I know, but that would have just sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure the 2-step noticed it.
Yeah, that would suck racing. Melt your top line. Remember how mad I was when I lost that race?
Yep.
Got like 35 pounds of wastegate spring in my shit.
Right. It'll never happen again.
No.
Yeah, I'm just gotta stick this one in the bottom, cut it. All right, I already stuck it on down there, so I need to cut it and then stick it in the bottom. Yeah.
Do you got some more of this like heat tube that's maybe that size?
No, that other one I think is on your Integra.
No, I mean, do we have some of the smaller stuff? Because remember, we had done some.
Oh, no, yeah, I got some for Mario's, but I used it all, yeah. I think I can just get it at the parts store, though.
We should get some and put it on that.
Yeah, I routed it a lot better this time. See, I went in front.
Oh yeah.
And then
Okay,
it comes
that's
down
way
below the
better.
turbo and in front of the intercooler and back.
Well, what about this one? Where's this one?
This one goes down in front of the turbo and then into the turbo. So it's just,
Shit, bring it up right here too. What you doing, Willis?
I guess, yeah, and I can 90 back around over here or something. I just wasn't sure if I could get to the bottom. Yeah, it's in there. It's definitely a lot
Because it's
higher.
right here. Is
Yeah.
gonna be the fitting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you could just aim it up, so it'll come.
Oh,
then-
yeah, it still can come up. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And then
All right, so we changed a few things up. I tied this one up down here real quick on the radiator hose, and then I'm going to wire it to this one over here, and I got the line right here now. Put a little T right there, and I ran the bottom up and over, and then I folded my ends because they were kind of sharp, and now it's just nice and clean. No sharp edges, away from all the heat. I'll zip tie this one, or that's the old one. That one doesn't matter. So we'll get those out of there in just a sec. So sensor there, zip tie it to all this stuff, make it nice and tight and nice and clean. Wire it to this one, plug it into that one, so it's closer to the gate because it's only one top. And then CO2 here, going into the car. I need to put one of these on the bottle. I need to mount this, wire this. We'll do the two yellows and then the ground. It'll be super easy. Okay, let's get into it. Oh, frickin' right. So we got these two loomed. This is one side of the solenoid. Let's look at a little paper. All right, number 4, increased solenoid. Number 4, first solenoid on the left. So increased solenoid is this solenoid over here. So we got the decrease running through here right now. So decrease, we're gonna pin it on the bottom, and then the increase can be pinned on the top. So we just know top and bottom, increase, decrease, easy peasy. All right, guys, so found a problem also right here. My fans, I don't think my fans have been working, guys. And that may be arcing and causing weird problems. Problems that may, you know, kind of we've been having where things randomly just turn off, you know. This is the power that turns the fans on. I know that's the red wires, but if I had, I should probably crimp that one better because those are ugly. But if I had these red ones, the fans would spin backwards. So that's why it's on the, yeah, and that's not even, that's busted too, yeah. Yeah, so the fans, we gotta fix all that. The fans don't work. Cool. Great. So right now, what I'm working on doing is getting, I'm getting everything dissected and pulled apart. I'll pull these loomings off so I can get more wire. Maybe I'll just cut them shorter. Because I want to chop right here. For starters. Right there. Right there. Chop that. So, yes, so we got that chopped. And then now that allows this side to be free. And we'll chop the next spot. Let's see where you guys are. Let's see. Alright. There. And we'll pull this one. Yes. So the grounds the grounds, these red ones, they gotta come down here or gotta go somewhere where they can ground. That's all they're doing, they're grounding. They were grounded on the mid plate because it's easier to go in there. And it's a 10. It's like the closest 10 to the fans, but the motor moved or something, rocked maybe too much and tore these wires. The motor shouldn't rock because I got like this crazy double mid plate bar. So when it crashed, it just had this one. This one bent when it crashed, and I flattened it in the shear or the brake or whatever. I just pressed until I flattened it, and then I added this kind of same time when I was putting everything back together. So the motor really shouldn't move a wink, you know, especially with solid driver side and driver side mount and T-bracket. The trans mount isn't solid. It's the only mount that's not solid, but this is also mounted on the trans. Let's zoom out to the 0.5. so we can see a little better now. So yeah, look at this chaos. This wire and it needs to connect to this wire, and this wire also needs to connect to this wire. So something like this with these two together, these two together, and but over here, yeah, this has been no good, guys. Glad of finding all these bugs. This is the kind of stuff like we need to do. Why we need to do shakedown passes and combing through the stuff, and why going to car shows even helps. Like just driving around to the car show, it turned off on me twice, and you know, I didn't need to do passes to figure that out. And I thought it was the battery terminal, but we got that back on, and it did it again twice at the car show without you know, lots of G's or any bouncing. Or I was just driving into the car show very calm and collected, and it turned off. So definitely could have been something like this, or I don't know. I'm gonna still run through all the stuffs and make sure there's nothing weird anywhere else, because like it shouldn't just turn off. That's not normal, you know. This is not the best. We'd always like a plug, but this is better than what I had, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I had like the Bear regular spade or whatever, but the Bear kind, not the kind that's covered or insulated or whatever. The one with the female is insulated, but the male is not. Now we're double insulated here, and that should be mucho good. Just gotta bolt that other one down, and then I think the fans are rocking, and we just want to run through everything else, make sure everything else is good. I got these new Hymens right here. These are new. These are fresh. Super excited for all that. Jared's gonna swing by right before we dip out and make sure we're straight. I did make sure. So I have these rear arms. Tip for all you EF guys, if you want to get better 60 foots and stuff, I just have stock control arms, but I've got those rear arms, and so they held it in place while I unbolted this, and I bolted it back on, and I just readjusted it till the bolt just slid perfectly through. So I'm hoping that when Jared comes and aligns it, he's gonna be like, well man, it was pretty much dead nuts, good job. So we'll see. But my other ones had a little bit of a bend in them. They weren't perfect, so things will probably be different because they weren't straight, right? Different lengths because they weren't straight. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. The bolts went right in, so might already compensated for that. You don't? Would you like to know? October 20th. You know what day that is? That's my birthday. Snoop and I have the same birthday. I made a bet with my buddy Jordan. It's gotta happen soon, you know? I made a bet with my buddy Jordan when we were in high school that before we're 60, I'm gonna give Snoop a ride in my car.
Snoop's actually getting kind of old.
I know. That's why there's a time limit. I gotta get it going on, you know what I mean? But Snoop's gonna see this video on YouTube, and he'll be like, oh, homie needs to give me a ride in his car, dude, what? 1,000 horsepower all-wheel drive CRX, what? Gosh, yeah, dude, fucking let's roll up. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's tight. Way better than that dinky little thing that is about ready to just be gone. Busted off, junk. Okay, so that's all good. Clutch is great. This is all tight. This is rocking. We got a couple things we need to do. I'm actually working on getting completely new rods from Charlie Mao or Mo or whatever on Facebook. He makes the radius rods that have the bend in them. But I'm trying to get them all dialed in. The ones he makes are normal thread here. And I'm trying to talk to him, see if I can get reverse thread so I can still be able to adjust it like this and not have to unbolt it and screw the heim itself. Because I do really like the being able to adjust it while it's all bolted up, you know, because it makes aligning it way easier. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with that. But things have been coming along great on the old CRX. It did hold oil in the oil pan, kind of, sort of. Like you see, it's leaking a little bit, but it's not as bad as it was, and it's worked on two-step for that. It was pushing out the valve cover right there, getting on the turbo manifold and causing it to smoke and whatnot. So I know why it was pushing out the valve covers, because of that kink. We're fixing all that. We're getting that taken care of. I still need to go to Ace and get that piece. We have just been rocking everything. CRX is coming together awesome. Got the CO2 stuff. I'm liking how this is all working. I think the hood's not going to even care. I can't go down yet. So these, were my old fan and water pump for race week. So I reconnected this blue wire, which used to be my starter. That's why my starter isn't working anymore, was moved over to here, because we cut this and put the blue to the boost controller, because I had the boost controller on this gray and I don't think we could use a gray. So I have an open gray now instead of the blue. Hook the blue back up to it could go back if I wanted it to the starter or whatever. And then I also have VTEC down there open, which is also blue. So those two blues, and then these I think are blues, but they're inside the car, and they used to go to the back of the car for the water pumping fan. Woo! Jared just rolled in. I'm gonna get the wheels off. We're gonna get this thing straightened out, made sure it's all ready to rock since I changed those ends. It did go on pretty good. I mean, like I kind of unscrewed them until the bolt went in with ease, and then that's where they're at right now. So yeah. Jared's got the stuff on there. Some things changed a little bit, you know, moved around, things happen. We got those new arms on the front, so making our way around to the car, taking a little camber out in the back, doing the deal. It's a good thing we are aligning it. It's always good to make sure it's straight. Got this ground fixed, got all the other stuff in the bay fixed. We got a rag behind that because Jamie said he's killed a lot of sensors, and it's just a better insurance to have a vibration saver kind of thing majig. So got that going on. Looks like it will stay away from the belt good. Yes. Liking it all. It's coming together good, man. CO2's all together and done. I got a bottle filled in there. Yeah. Well, Jerry says it's a good thing we're doing this because it's the worst it's been in a minute. With that trailer ride all the way to Minnesota, and then the trailer ride to the car show when we had that big bump on the railroad tracks or whatever, and we lost that back strap. This thing she wasn't happy. Wasn't happy. Yeah, we're fully compressed and everything. Darn tootin', man. Well, it's a good thing you're getting in here. That's why we got the man. Is it moving? Did you loosen the bolts or?
Gotta take the rest with the heim.
The heim. Oh yeah, maybe it slid on those bolts.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, because I think we had it all the way out. All right, we got her all straightened up. It looks like it's around 2540, 25 something with me in it. We're about to put the wheels on it and double check again with the wheels, and yeah, so super stoked. Coming together really nice. Straightened out, ready to rock. Was definitely not straight. Always good to check, make sure you're good. And yeah, we're sorting some bugs out and kicking butt. All right, back on the ground, 595. She is doing good. Super excited to be playing with the CRX and back on the streets in this bad boy. I'm gonna get this thing all fitted up and then get it ready to go on the dyno for a couple quick hits with the CO2 and off to the track tomorrow. We may even put it on the dyno tomorrow, I don't know, because with test and tune I believe opens at 6 or something. Not sure, we'll figure it all out. Super exciting though. Oh, all right, guys. So we're all straightened out. We got the wheels on nice and tight, taken care of. I need to run to Ace and take care of the little thingy over there, and then we can top the gas off and test CO2, make sure all that's good. It's off right now, but I'll have to open it and set the regulator, get all that perfect. Yeah, buddy. This is awesome. Super excited to make some pulls this weekend. Yeah, they're ripping with the boys. Gonna see Chris Phillips ripping his hatch. He was supposed to come out with Brainerd with us, but some things came up, and we'll be out there this weekend. That's what matters. There we go. There we go. Just topped the fuel off. She was definitely a little low from all the two-step and stuff. So probably about 2,600 even with the gas in it. And we'll make her a little heavier when we do radiator and fuel cell and all that jazz. But different tap. We might take a couple other things out. I don't know. Oh, friggin' Roy, boys. We up in here. We got these shiz connected. Dive in there. There it is. Look at that. That 45 connected there, tightened up, clamped tight. That's gonna vent real good. That's gonna vent real nice. No kinks up in here in the top. Just straight dropping it down. We got our CO2 here now. That's exciting stuff. Well, that'll do it for the CRX maintenance. We got a fresh 6 quarts of oil in there. Everything's all taken care of inside. CO2, bottles full. We're ready to rock. Good on the dyno. We'll be on the dyno tomorrow and head out to Pueblo for testing. I am pumped up for all that. Make sure you guys get down below and get some stickers, the Goofy shirts, all of that stuff. PFI Speed. The link is in the description. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe down below. This is GoofyBuilt, and peace out.